Look up at the stars and not at your feet. Try to make sense of what you see and wonder about what makes the universe exist. Be curious. This is one of Stephen Hawking's most famous quotes. Both Hawking's childhood and his debilitating disease play a vital role in his extraordinary accomplishments and work in theoretical physics. His work in theoretical physics is to create and prove theories of natural phenomena by using mathematical models. Stephen Hawking was born on January 8, 1942, the 300th anniversary of the death of the Italian astronomer and physicist Galileo, a fact that Hawking is known to be very proud of. According to Hawking, as a young boy, he had a passion for understanding how things worked, from toy trains to the whole universe. Although Hawking's childhood nickname was Einstein, he was not a very ambitious student. However, he had a very stimulating home life and became a student at Oxford and then Cambridge. During his time at Cambridge, Stephen Hawking would discover his crippling motor neuron disease, ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. ALS is a nervous system disease that weakens muscles and impacts physical function. The life expectancy after diagnosis of ALS is 2 to 10 years. At just 21 years old, Hawking was given 2 years to live. Despite his ill fate, at 74 years old, he is the longest living person with ALS. At the beginning stages of his disease, he started losing function of his legs, putting him in a wheelchair. Eventually, he lost function of his arms, making his work in theoretical physics suffer. Without arm and hand function, mathematical functions needed to be solved in his head. He relied on devising visual methods. Slowly, he lost the ability to speak, making him nearly unable to give lectures and communicate his findings. In order to compensate for his inability to communicate, software was created to use a single cheek muscle attached to a speech-generating computer. Hawking said that his disease gave him the motivation and ambition that he lacked as a young boy. Even though ALS robbed him of many pleasures and freedoms, the one thing it didn't take from him was his brilliant mind. Although Stephen Hawking faced serious and life-threatening challenges, his will to live allowed him to move forward. He earned a bachelor's degree in math at Oxford University, followed by a PhD in cosmetology at Cambridge. Hawking has made pivotal contributions to the world of physics. Some of his most astounding work has been developing mathematical proof for black holes and proving Einstein's theory of general relativity. Famously, Hawking wrote a book titled A Brief History of Time, selling over 15 million copies and rating 1 on the New York Times bestseller list. This is a huge achievement for the history of scientific writing because most science prose are uncommonly read by the general public. Once a brilliant yet ambitious child, Hawking's curiosity enlightened a path to studying the universe and understanding the way it works. His crippling disease was first seen as an obstacle through which he may not be able to continue with work in theoretical physics. However, he later discovered that his prognosis would motivate him to be more ambitious than he was as a child. This and his intelligence was the one thing that he has continued to stay intact, allowing him to go on and become one of the most profound scientists of all time.